Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the BZCast. I am your host Randy. This is the official podcast of Bunnyzinecast. Finally back with a full episode. We've done a couple YouTube exclusive videos just to kind of keep you guys updated of what's going on with Bunnyzine, what's going on with the BZCast. I did recording a little over a week ago about the sudden passing of Queen Josephine of Bright Eyes Sanctuary. Of course, everyone, most of you guys know Queen Josephine was the oldest bunny at 18 and a half years old. I mean, what a remarkable run for a bunny rabbit. I mean, it's crazy to even hear that from, people are blown away by that when it's cats and dogs, but when it comes to a bunny, oh my gosh, it's nuts. But I talked about that. So again, go to if you want to hear me talk about that, go to our YouTube channel. There will also be another announcement on our YouTube channel. By the time you guys hear this, I'm recording this on August 25th, 2016. By the time you guys hear this, the announcement will have been like probably 3 or 4 days before you guys hear this recording. And the announcement is that there's a possibility, and it's a very real possibility, of doing a weekly podcast episode. Now, this would not be an hour-long episode, hour-and-a-half-long episode like some of my previous podcast episodes have been. This would be more so like the YouTube exclusive videos. That's what they would be. If we did do the weekly videos, it would be pretty much YouTube exclusive. Just because, everyone in Bunnyzine is super busy as is, and trying to do something on that weekly deadline and exchanging emails back and forth with other people in the group, as far as exchanging files and audio files and video files to get the show going, would just be kind of too much to do in when you're doing a recording and then you release it. Too much to do in a 3 or 4 day time span. So this would be just me. It would just be YouTube. But the one catch is that I would need your guys' help in this weekly episode. I would need your guys' input. I would need your guys' topics. I would need your guys' ideas on something I could talk about each week. Because that would be a lot more episodes. That would more than double the amount of episodes that we do. We do on average about 2 episodes a month of the real podcast. Sorry, so I'm taking a sip of water. So when it comes to doing these YouTube videos, even though they'd be shorter, I would still need your guys' help. How can you guys help out? You can message the Bunnyzine Facebook inbox. You can, write on the Bunnyzine wall. You can send Bunnyzine a tweet on our Twitter @officialbzine. You can email the show's email. Yes, the podcast, the BZCast, has a show email. It's bunnyzinecast@gmail.com. Again, that's bunnyzinecast@gmail.com. I will need your guys' help to just get together talking points. So part of this weekly idea of doing maybe a 10 to 15 minute show every week would be is kind of dependent on your guys' help on talking points and such. Of course, there'll be weeks where something, a light bulb might go off, in my head, and there might be something interesting to talk about, or, the news. There's always something that, the news might provide something to talk about in the world and the community of bunnies. But other than that, it's very sporadic. I am well aware that there's always stuff going on with rescues, always stuff going on with shelters, always stuff going on with, literal rescues, bunnies being saved, 60, 80, 100 bunnies being saved out of, bad conditions and farms and labs and stuff. I'm well aware of those situations, but those situations more so wouldn't require me to talk about for 10 or 15 minutes. Those situations should be shared and supported on our social media pages, which Facebook, which is just Bunnyzine on Facebook, or Twitter at official Bzine on Twitter, and at official Bunnyzine on Instagram. Those kind of situations we would share on there so we could spread the message faster, rather than me talking about it for 10 minutes and uploading it, and then you got to click the link in the description. So it sounds like too much work for those kind of situations. In those kind of situations, you need to get the news out as fast as you can. So people can help out, whether it's signing a petition, whether it's a donation for a grant, or donation to a bunny's medical bills, those kind of things. So again, if you guys would love to have a weekly BZCast, YouTube exclusive only, I would need your guys' help. Email bunnyzinecast@gmail.com, bunnyzinecast@gmail.com. I want to hear from you guys. Leave comments on YouTube, leave reviews on iTunes if you guys are on iTunes. All of that stuff. SoundCloud, leave a comment on SoundCloud. Going back to our podcast, hosts, we're on YouTube.com. We're Bunnyzine BZCast on YouTube.com, SoundCloud.com, iTunes in the podcast section, and on SoundCloud. Or I said SoundCloud, Stitcher.com. Sorry about that. If you are someone that does use Stitcher, I am well aware that some episodes seem to be a delay on Stitcher for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why, but again, stick with, if you want an audio version, it uploads to SoundCloud right away. It uploads from what I can tell, iTunes right away. So stick with SoundCloud or iTunes. They are top notch. And again, YouTube, if you guys want to see, you obviously won't see my face in these long podcast versions. The YouTube exclusive videos that are roughly, between 10 and 20 minutes long, you guys see my face looking into the camera. Again, that doesn't really require any post editing. That's literally me uploading what I just got done recording. As in comparison to our podcast episode, I send to the editor, Kedzie, who does a great job in editing the sound and editing, putting in graphics for the YouTube video. Shout out to Kedzie. She does a great job for us. Helps me out big time. Social media pages real quick, even though I just said them. We are Bunnyzine on Facebook, at official Bzine on Twitter, and official Bunnyzine on Instagram. I do want to share my condolences to Dustin. Dustin, that seems like he's just been... Dustin, we love you, man. It just seems like you've been through a lot with different bunnies that you've lost, and it sadly has happened again where Lilo has passed away. Dustin was very active on Facebook and Twitter. Not Twitter, I'm sorry. On Facebook and on the Bunnyziners group page. Again, if you guys want to talk about Bunnyzine and talk about bunnies on our group page, look up Bunnyziners on Facebook to check that out. Dustin was very candid in sharing those, and they're very personal and intimate, and they're beautiful. Lilo had a great last week and a half with Dustin being super spoiled. So Dustin, my condolences go out to you, buddy. One more sip of water. Not one more. There'll definitely be more. All right. So I do have as you guys can tell by the title of the episode, we will be talking about Midwest Bunfest as a primary topic. And I do have a guest with me today. My guest is a representative of Ohio House Rabbit Rescue, the rescue, that's hosting Midwest Bunfest in September. I believe it's September 17th, but we will get a confirmation on that date in 2 seconds. Again, here is Mary Beth with Ohio House Rabbit Rescue. Hold on.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mary Beth Parisi. Thank you so much, Randy and Dustin, for including me in your podcast and giving us an opportunity to talk about the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue and Midwest Bunfest. We're very excited. You mentioned that Midwest Bunfest is coming up. This will be our 6th year, and this year it will be on September 17th, 2016. And we are just really, really excited. It is our biggest fundraising event of the year. But in addition to being a fundraising event, it's also, it's so much more. It is an education event. We have educational sessions running in 2 or 3 places all day long. We draw veterinarians from all over the Midwest, and some of the most well-recognized ones from the Central Ohio area, who do sessions on everything from basic bunny care 101 to specific GI issues like stasis that tend to plague rabbits. We have sessions on feeding and care and play and bonding and all kinds of pertinent things, both for the long-time rabbit owner, someone who is a veteran of house rabbits, and also for the new bunny owners or people who are considering getting a rabbit. We try and address all of those things at Midwest Bunfest. The other thing we do at Midwest Bunfest that is part of our principles is that we believe it is the time for the rescue community to come together. It's an opportunity for not just the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue here in Central Ohio, but rescues from the Midwest and beyond to come together, do a little bit of fundraising, meet each other in person, and help us educate the general public and each other about issues and joys and opportunities with house rabbits. So we're really excited for it. We will be holding it at the Northland Performing Arts Center, which is in Columbus, Ohio, convenient to many of the freeways and things like that. We hold it in Central Ohio and in Columbus for 2 reasons. One is that it is, it's where we are located, where the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue is located. And secondly, because Columbus, Ohio is dab smack in the middle of Ohio, and Ohio is dab smack in the middle of the Midwest. So it gives everybody an opportunity to try and get into town and attend. The information for Midwest Bunfest is on our website at midwestbunfest.org. That's all one word, midwestbunfest.org. And there you can find, everything from driving directions to the list of rescues that will be there. This year we have a record number of rescues coming from all over the country. We have 21 other rescues besides the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue participating. They'll have tables and help us do special interest sessions and that sort of thing. And then they certainly always bring a really fantastic assortment of bunny-related items to help the rescues raise funds. So the tables are a cross between a fundraising effort for the individual rescue partners of ours and an education effort. The Ohio House Rabbit Rescue And I'll talk a little bit about the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue in a moment. The Ohio House Rabbit Rescue will certainly also be selling all kinds of things, everything from, Bunfest T-shirts to our famous Warpy willow wreaths for the bunnies. We have toys and cocktail cottages and, Lord, everything you can imagine. So coming to Bunfest is a real great opportunity to do shopping for yourself, for some very unique bunny-themed items, as well as for your bunnies. It's just a really wonderful opportunity. We also welcome people to bring their pet bunnies. We do ask that they are in carriers or strollers or wagons, so we don't have any escapees wreaking havoc with the attendees. But people bring them. We started Bunfest, 6 years ago. At the time, we had, I believe, 8 rescues and 10 vendors in the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue. We had 250 people attend and about 75 bunnies. Since that time, every year we bump up by about 200 people. So last year we had over 800 human attendees and about 200 bunny attendees. For the bunny attendees, we have an area we call glamour shots. We have a professional photographer or photographers who are volunteering their time. And we have little scenes and costumes, and we take digital pictures of the bunnies, and for a small fee, we email those pictures to the bunny owners, and they can use them. People use them for Christmas cards, and they order all kinds of stuff, calendars and things for themselves, and gifts, and that's super fun. We have a spa for the bunnies. We have 2 or 3 partners, veterinary partners, who donate their time and their vet techs volunteer, and they provide nail trimming and grooming and those types of services. Again, for a small fee that goes directly to the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue to help care for the bunnies. So between education sessions, which again go all day, and those sessions will be posted 2 weeks before the event, so the topics and a little summary or synopsis of what the session's about, who the presenter is, what their bio is. Those will be posted to our website, midwestbunfest.org, as well as you have shopping. You get to meet your bunny friends. Your bunnies get to have a spa visit, a glamour shot, and bunnies tend to be very sensitive creatures, and so we also have what we call the Chillaxa Bun Lounge, and it is a quiet area at Bunfest with 4x4 X-pens and litter boxes and food and water and hay, where an owner can bring their bunny and get them out of the carriers and the strollers and give them a little quiet time during the day, so we don't have any bunnies getting stressed. It should be super fun. It goes from 9:30 to 4:30, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time to 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And the cost to attend is $5 for adults, $3 for, I believe, children under 12, and then I believe that children under 3 or 4 are free. So, and the bunnies are free. They can come in for free. And so I know that Dustin's planning on coming down, and, we've got folks coming from all over. They come from as far as California, Texas, Georgia, Florida, as well as, we have our Midwestern folks in Indiana, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Illinois. We even have them coming from Michigan. So it should be really fun. Now, for folks coming in from out of town, we do have a special rate, at a pet-friendly hotel. So a lot of our out-of-towners make a whole weekend of the event. The Sheraton Suites Columbus on the north side of Columbus, about a 10-minute drive from the venue, has offered some special prices. They have lovely little suites. And I believe it is under $100 a night. Again, check out our webpage for the accommodations. That's MidwestBunfest.org, and sign up, because we do have a block of room. Now, I mentioned that people coming in from out of town, and even some people in town, like to stay at the Bunfest Hotel for the weekend. Most of the vendors and the rescue partners come in, and we set up on Friday, the day before the actual event, and then on Friday night, the Ohio House Rescue hosts, a pay-as-you-go dinner, a buffet dinner with vegan and vegetarian offerings in the way of a really beautiful salad bar and pasta bar for folks who want to get together. The Ohio House Rescue will also have a hospitality suite all weekend at the Sheraton, where we encourage folks to come in, relax, talk to each other. They may bring their bunnies in and allow them to run around. That's always a huge hit with our groups. Saturday, of course, is the day of the event, and typically after the event, folks come back to the hotel and gather and go to one of the many excellent dining opportunities in Columbus and in the surrounding areas. And then on Sunday, sometimes folks stay Sunday, Monday, Tuesday and visit some of the other sites and locations around Columbus. They certainly do come down to the Ohio House Rescue. And I'll talk for a minute about that, if that's okay. Did you have any questions for me, Randy?
No, you're covering all the Midwest Bunfest ground pretty well on providing the audience a lot of information about the accommodations, about what's going on at the event. Is there, just out of curiosity, is there like there's a thing I've attended a couple of times in the last 6 months called like a Binky Hour, where there's like a social play area for bunnies? Is there like social activity with bunnies at Midwest Bunfest?
We've talked about that in the past. We've talked about doing, agility, and then doing just, the bunny playground. I know that they do a little of that out in San Diego at their, I don't even know if they call it Bunfest, but at their bunny event. We have decided not to do that, at least not right now.
Okay.
A bunny agility course takes up a lot of space, and Ohio doesn't have the benefit of the San Diego weather. They do theirs outdoors, so they've got a lot of space in that park. We do ours indoors because we're in Ohio, and while September is an absolutely stunning visually a stunning time to be in central Ohio. The leaves tend to start changing, and the temperatures get a little cooler. There's always a chance of rain or even snow.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're an indoor event. The bunny socializing is, there's a lot. I think there's some controversy about how beneficial that is for bunnies, in the sense that you've got a lot of folks bringing a lot of strange bunnies together, and and sort of setting them loose amongst each other. They tend to be very territorial, and we don't want any bunny fisticuffs happening during our Bunfest event, as well as any kind of transmittable diseases and those kinds of things. The bunnies don't need to present any kind of certificate of health or anything when they come in. You do sign a waiver that you understand that you're bringing your rabbit into a public space, and that sort of thing. But since we're not really health screening the bunnies. We don't encourage people to so much let them meet. Now at the hotel, people do choose in the evenings to bring their bunnies out and let them meet in the hallways sometimes, because we try, as a Sheridan does their best to group the Bunfest attendees and on the same halls and the same floors. So that's a riot. And then of course we have the we have hospitality suite where we do allow people and tell people they are allowed to gather. There's lovely space, tables, chairs, sink, bar, counter areas, and plenty of floor space if folks want to introduce their bugs. But that's up to them. So the short answer is no, we don't do anything at the event. But people, people who are attending the event do a lot of that on their own. I do want to mention that we can only do this kind of event with the help of our very generous sponsors. We are sponsored this year by the Petco Foundation, very generously for the education portion of our programs. We are sponsored by Oxbow Animal Health, which is a provider of animal nutrition, hay, pellets, bedding, toys, treats, so on and so forth. I did mention that we did have some very long-time partners in the veterinary community. The Norton Road Veterinary Hospital and Dr. Susan Borders has been a supporter of the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue and Midwest Bunfest since the very beginning. And so they are a sponsor this year, as is MedVet, Medical and Cancer Center for Pets, which is also in Central Ohio. Dr. Oglesby and Dr. Ferry there, both very well-known bunny vets. I know Dr. Oglesby wrote the textbook for veterinarians nationwide in small animal practices. Have been, very generous with us, and they are also they're also sponsors. We also have Clover Patch Sanctuary. I don't know how many of your listeners know Amy Gregory Mott and her team at Clover Patch down in Tennessee, but this year Clover Patch is stepping up to be a sponsor of Midwest Bunfest, and they will have a bunch of tables. I know she's bringing, she does all kinds of, funky jewelry and really cool lamps and beautiful artwork and things, as well as, she has members of her volunteer team that do a lot of artwork and do a lot of selling and fundraising at Midwest Bunfest. So they are, we welcome them as a sponsor this year. And then last but not least, Scott IP. They are the provider of T-shirts and printed materials to the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue since the very beginning, and they very generously donate a portion of the cost of the T-shirts to Ohio House Rabbit Rescue, so we can have really cool T-shirts for everybody at a reduced cost, and therefore raise money by selling them. So those are our sponsors. And I would like to talk a little bit, if it's okay, about the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue itself.
Of course. Go right ahead.
Okay. So the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue is in Central Ohio. And back in 2009, when it started, it was started by a woman named Beth May. And Bev and her partner Pat Barron had basically rescued at different times over the years 9 rabbits who had been abandoned and abused, and they saw a real need for a center, a place that people could go and visit bunnies and adopt bunnies. A place for these abandoned and abused and neglected, really wonderful pets to land. I don't know if you know this, but house rabbits or rabbits are the third most popular mammal in the United States as pets. And, people tend to think of them as disposable. And the reality is that given proper veterinary care, proper nutrition, indoor living space, proper interaction, and, of course, being spayed or neutered, bunnies can live as long as cats do. My oldest bunny passed away 2 summers ago, and he was 16 years old. So, they're wonderful companion animals. Our mission really is to establish and operate an actual center and offer a robust adoption program and provide educational resources on the proper care of companion animals. We envision a community, and this goes back to the rescue partners. We don't have a lot of restrictions on who can partner with us, in the sense that you don't have to fill out an application. You need to understand that we do have standards, and they're very similar to the National House Rabbit Society standards, but we are not a House Rabbit Society chapter. There is a House Rabbit Society chapter here in Columbus and in the state of Ohio. So there's the Buckeye House Rabbit Society and the Columbus House Rabbit Society, and we partner with them on a regular basis throughout the year for events and big rescues and just support, good old support. We share some of our volunteers and have a wonderful working relationship. But the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue is an independent entity. But we really, are committed to education partnership and the proper care for pet rabbits. So in 2009, when the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue was started by Beth May and Kat Barron, at that time there wasn't a facility, meaning a rescue facility in the Midwest at all. That is, it was a rabbit-only facility. We had a couple of humane societies and some of the other organizations that would occasionally take in a rabbit, but there were no rabbit-only facilities. So so they really saw a need for us to actually have an adoption center. The Ohio House Rabbit Rescue is currently leasing over 4,000 square feet in the Worthington area of Columbus, which is on the north side. There are 18 rooms in the facility. It is absolutely immaculate. The rabbits there are housed in X-pens that are a standard 4x4 for a single rabbit and 8x8 for a pair. They get at least 4 hours of playtime, so their X-pens are extended to triple the normal size. They are regularly vet checked. Every rabbit that comes through our facility is spayed or neutered, because, as you know, Randy, a rabbit who is not spayed or neutered not only has behavioral issues, but is at risk for illnesses, and in particular reproductive organ cancers that limit their lifespan.
Yep.
We also have a hop shop facility there where we sell supplies for new bunny owners and existing bunny owners. I go over and buy my pellets and hay and bedding from the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue Adoption Center. And it's just a really, it's a totally volunteer-run facility that is, is unique. And so for those of you who are attending Bunfest in Columbus, we are only a hop, skip, and jump down the road from both the event location and the hotel. And we encourage you to come and visit. The adoption center will not be open on Saturday of Bunfest because it's all hands on deck at Bunfest that day. But it will be open on Sunday, the day after, and we get a lot of folks coming by, visiting our bunnies. Currently, we have over 40 bunnies at the center, all different kinds, and each one with their own personality and level of cuteness. So we're really thrilled. We have the really wonderful group of volunteers who help keep the place clean and the bunnies socialize. We get lots of support from the community in the form of socializers. So we get a lot of folks who will bring their children in or who will come in themselves and just pet the bunnies and play with the bunnies and help them get used to being around people. Oftentimes abandoned or neglected rabbits will not be very social initially because they haven't been around people. So we think it really helps prepare the rabbit for indoor life with the family, and we get a lot of positive feedback about that.
Awesome.
You can find information about the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue itself, the organization, at ohiohouserabbitrescue.org, all one word, no spaces. That's ohiohouserabbitrescue.org. You can find more information about Midwest Bunfest, everything from driving directions to accommodations to rescue partners and education sessions on our website at midwestbunfest.org. Both the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue and Midwest Bunfest have Facebook pages. So you just search Ohio House Rabbit Rescue or search Midwest Bunfest, and you will find a very active and vibrant community full of people talking about Bunfest, talking about rabbit rescue, talking about the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue, and what's going on. Our bunnies are featured in several places, both on the website and on Pet Finder. So if you are in the Central Ohio area and you are thinking about adopting a rabbit, please reach out and come and visit us and come meet some of our adoptable rabbits. Midwest Bunfest, one last time, is on September 17th, 2016. At the Northland Performing Arts Center in Columbus, Ohio, and we would love to see everyone there. Thank you so much, Randy.
Oh, thank you, Mary Beth. I really, really appreciate you coming on. That was very informal. It was laid out very well. You provided all the information, and you guys, for my audience listening, definitely give like I've said in previous episodes, I've said it a lot. Every penny counts, for donations. So please consider donating to Ohio House Rabbit Rescue, which is ohiohouserabbitrescue.org. Is that correct?
That's correct. Thanks, Randy. We every penny counts. We're trying to buy a facility. So we have a permanent home for our bunnies, and in addition to that, caring for the proper care, feeding and medical care it's always a stretch. So we're always happy to have donations. Certainly, you can donate right on the front page of our website at ohiorescue.org. We also are always looking and encouraging volunteers. So if you're in the Central Ohio area and you're looking for an opportunity, come on over and volunteer with us. We have an orientation session, and then we can always use help. The bunnies need you.
Of course, the rescues and shelters these days can use as much help as they can. The volunteers are really great people and are doing amazing work behind the scenes. So, Mary Beth, I'd like to thank you for coming on and talking about Midwest Bunfest. Again, for everyone listening, that's September 17th. Again, the website, www.midwestbunfest.org, for more information. But I think Mary Beth provided just about everything about it. Dustin will be going. It is more up in the air personally with me, but I am crossing my fingers that it's still possible for me to go. So Mary Beth, thank you very much for coming on and providing all the information.
Oh, you're absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I look forward to meeting you. You should really, it's not that far of a drive from Chicago, Randy.
Yeah, it's about 5 to 6 hours, somewhere in that range.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Come down and have, it's just a big party with people who love bunnies and more bunnies than you can count. And it's just a really fun, very relaxed opportunity to meet friends, learn some new people, and talk about bunnies. It's great. You should come do a podcast.
I've actually considered doing that, of doing a podcast episode with having, or doing like mini recordings and having different people on, that are, different people, different vendors, different different people that represent other rescues that are, that are also attending. So yeah, that's in consideration if I go. That's very possible that it could happen.
Well, you just let me know, and I'll do everything I can to facilitate your network access and your movement around. And I would love to meet you in person. So thank you, everyone, again. I look forward to seeing you at Midwest Bunfest. And if not, if you're ever in Central Ohio, please come visit the Ohio House Rabbit Rescue Adoption Center and see our facility, meet our volunteers, and most importantly, meet our bunny.
I love it. Thank you, Mary Beth.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, guys, that was Mary Beth with Ohio House Rabbit Rescue. She nailed it. She really, really nailed it. She laid it all out. It was very thorough. But it just hit every point about Midwest Bunfest and what it provides and the different ways, the different things you can do there, the activities. I mean, she started right off the bat with that. She gave us a little bit of background on Ohio House Rabbit Rescue. So I really, really appreciate that. By the time you guys hear this, we will be close to like 2 weeks before Midwest Bunfest. So if you guys can, drive in or fly in at the last minute, I think it sounds like it's incredibly well worth it. Again, Dustin will be there. He will be having his own little table. His Bunnyzine.com will be at Midwest Bunfest. I'm hoping I can join Dustin. That would be really, really awesome. And yes, Mary Beth brought it up about doing a podcast episode. My idea, and I said it, and I just said it like a minute ago, is to do like maybe 5-minute interview recordings, and I would post each one of those on YouTube with different people from the House Rabbit, from different House Rabbit Society chapters, from rescues and shelters to vendors, and just other people in the bunny community. That would be really, really fun and really cool. That's an idea I've had, if I can attend, that I've had for a couple months now. So I'm crossing my fingers that I can attend, but it's still very much up in the air. There's just a lot of personal stuff going on. Not bad things, just a lot of stuff going on. Just busy. So again, our podcasts, our channels, our Bunnyzine BZCast on YouTube.com, on Soundcloud.com, on iTunes in the podcast section, and in Stitcher.com. Again, our social media pages, Bunnyzine on Facebook, at Official BZine on Twitter, and Official Bunnyzine on Instagram. Give us a like, give us a follow. For the podcast on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Stitcher. Please subscribe. Please download. If you're on iTunes, leave a review. Downloads subscribers and reviews really, really help our show and get attention for our show. Garner attention so new people can listen and watch, and the more people, the better. So thank you everyone for listening. And one more time, just as a reminder, about the weekly episodes. Again, if you want me to do the weekly episodes, the YouTube exclusive recordings, 10 to 15 minutes long, email bunnyzinecast@gmail.com, bunnyzinecast@gmail.com, or let us know on Facebook, let us know on Twitter. If you want a daily episode, I would need your guys' help as far as talking points for those shows to do a weekly episode. So again, thank you guys for listening. You have a nice night.